moment you arrive. Something special happens at SeaTac Mall. Every one of our 106 stores and restaurants offers so much variety and with such style. A friendly, relaxed atmosphere to shop in, and events on the mall every week. Start your back-to-school shopping at SeaTac Mall, where something special happens the moment you arrive.
Well, there's a good reason the people come back to SeaTac Mall.
When you first step foot in the shops at Ithaca Mall, you can tell that something has gone wrong. From empty hallways to empty storefronts, it seems like there is something missing in every piece of the mall, and I wanted to take a deeper look. My name is Andrew Faber, and this is what is going wrong with the Ithaca Mall. From the workers I was able to interview to the workers that would talk to me but wouldn't let me record, all the way to the security guard who told me to leave, I could tell that the empty halls were not the only thing that wasn't right within this retail graveyard. I decided that the best place to start my research was online, where I was able to find a wealth of information on the death of the American Mall, but also some articles on the history of the shops at Ithaca Mall in particular. A 2007 article from the website Label Scar, a website that sounds as old as it looks, features a brief history of the mall. Opened in 1976 as the Pyramid Mall, named after the company that owned it, the building was a standard V-shaped mall with the unique feature of having a 2-floor food court that is closed today. The store also featured 4 anchor stores, all of which are also closed today. But the story of why those exact stores closed is a bit more telling. Anchor stores like JCPenney, Bon-Ton, and Sears moved out of not just the Ithaca Mall, but most malls in America, with companies like Sears and JCPenney on the brink of bankruptcy today. Who's to blame for putting these once giant retailers out of business? It's an easy one-word answer today: Amazon. No longer do people need to go and spend a day walking around the mall when they can just click through and check out with everything they need, having it delivered to their doorstep without moving from their bed. At the Ithaca Mall specifically, I went straight to the source, talking to Kathy, a newly employed cleaner at the mall. To her, the problem isn't about big box retailers or the rise of online shopping, but an issue a bit more local.
I don't know what's going on. Somebody told me a beauty salon girl said that the shops are getting expensive to keep. That's why everything. Arby's used to be up here too. It's not here anymore. That's about all I can say. I've noticed things are going. Pampered Pets used to be here. I got my guinea pig.
Even from within the walls to the sounds of a hair salon, there has been a noticeable change at the shops, and even the workers can see it. However, as hesitant as Kathy may have been, she was definitely on the right track.
I think the rent is getting expensive at the mall, and the shops are going out of business.
And she's right. Ithaca is in the midst of a real estate crisis that stretches from the homeless all the way to the shops at Ithaca Mall. After being asked to leave the mall by a security guard, I decided the best next step was to do a bit more research. What I found was an article from the August of 2019 titled "The Future of Ithaca Mall," a piece that shows just how dire the situation is and how its management plans to remedy it. In the article, I found a quote from Gina Spino, the general manager of the shops at Ithaca Mall since 2007. "Sometimes I do not think people realize what is happening behind the scenes, and believe me, we make it our business on a daily basis to look for new tenants and retailers. The success of a company relies completely on the customers who shop there. When their sales decline and all they handle are internet returns, how does that work?" Some of the other reasons Spino believes they're losing stores: bankruptcy, downsizing, poor operations of the brand, and believe it or not, some for not paying their rent. Spino believes that the problem in the mall is not the shops themselves, but the customers who are choosing to go to big box stores instead. Because of this lack of foot traffic, companies aren't able to pay their rent. It's a negative feedback loop that may never fix itself. But people are still driving to the mall. A simple walk through Target, the newest retail anchor at the mall, shows a store buzzing with people. When walking into the mall, it feels like walking into a time machine. So how do you get people to visit stores at the mall instead of Target? Elliot, a Foot Locker employee, has a simple solution. Do you think that less people are coming to the mall? Why do you think that is?
Probably like online shopping. It's like you look across
So do you think there's going to be any way to remedy that?
I mean, if the owners could get like better stores in, then like maybe, but they keep it going how it is, probably not.
Get better stores and the people will come. It makes sense. There's not enough demand for stores like Tech Express, Foot Locker, and the Ithaca Beauty Spa to all be grouped into one location. So I tried brainstorming what the perfect place would be, and I came up with one of the places that defines Ithaca today, the Ithaca Commons. A pedestrian mall located in the heart of Ithaca, the 2-block strip doesn't have the anchor stores and gumball machines that rocketed malls into popularity in the 1980s. Instead, it's filled with nice restaurants and classy shops, all located within a space perfect for holding community events. The other defining feature that is helping the Commons beat the mall? Its uncanny ability to meld the past and the present. The Ithaca Mall feels like a fossil, a place frozen in time when a Bush was still president. When walking the Commons, you feel the history of Ithaca, watching the successes of each story build upon each other in front of your very eyes. Maybe Elliot was right. Add better stores and people will come. With the success of the Commons, the newest buildings being constructed might set a precedent. Going back to the article on the future of the Ithaca Mall, one of the suggestions of how to use the space would be to add a housing component to the mall, something that could occupy a second and maybe third floor of the building while helping address the obvious housing needs and joining the movement toward mixed-use development that's becoming increasingly popular. The Ithaca Mall is not as successful as it used to be, that's a fact, and the issues within it, no matter how many there are, revolve around higher rent and the rise of online retail. By following the lead of others like the Commons and adding a housing component, the Ithaca Mall has the opportunity to be a leader because for now, its quiet halls are woefully lagging behind.